Today in the Chokeslam Wrestling Report, we're going to talk about Samoa Joe's vacating the Ring of Honor TV title this past Wednesday. What does this mean for Ring of Honor? As we've been seeing Samoa Joe walking around with that belt in every AEW Dynamite programming and even on Collision. Does this shows that Ring of Honor's titles will not be in AEW TV? We're going to be talking about that. Plus, we're going to talk a little bit about Billy Corgan and what happened at Lone Star Shootout with New Japan Pro Wrestling, Eddie Kingston. We're going to talk a little bit about that and much more on the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. Let's get this.
Is the moment we've all been waiting for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to another episode of the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. I am your host, the infamous Ultimate One, and we are here today to talk about what happened this past Wednesday at Dynamite with Samoa Joe. Now, Samoa Joe, his match was against Keith Lee. Now, a lot of people, when they saw this, they were like, wow, Keith Lee should win the belt, because they haven't been doing nothing with him. And, ever since he won the AEW tag team title with Swerve, he's been, kind of lost, which is true. He's been kind of lost and not really doing anything with him. But at the same time, I told a certain individual that Keith Lee winning the Ring of Honor TV title was not going to happen. Number one, the reason was if Keith Lee would have beat Samoa Joe, then that would kind of mess up the storyline that's been going on with MJF. As you know, guys know, MJF MJF has been offered by Samoa Joe help because MJF, he's been getting him from all sides. You know what I'm saying? So with the fact that nobody knows who is the guy with the devil mask, which I keep seeing online, the most stupidest people talking about it as CM Punk. Why would they put CM Punk under a mask when we know he got fired? Now, it will be the biggest work in wrestling history if Tony Khan will do such a thing and want to have everybody think that CM Punk was fired, but all the time he's been the devil because of remarks he made in the past and promos. But come on, let's be realistic. It's not Adam Cole. That's number one. At this point, I'm going to say at this point. And if the person attacked Jay White, I say maybe David Finlay from Bullet Club War Dogs and whatnot, because there's words also that they might be an excursion as far as New Japan stars coming to AEW, as Shingo Takagi just pretty much, decided that he's thinking of coming to AEW. He's the never open weight champion and whatnot. So he just defeated Tama Tonga not long ago, about 2 weeks ago, something like that. And now he's going to go and give another title shot to Tama Tonga for Wrestle Kingdom 18. So it's a lot of things right there. There's a lot of moving parts, you know what I'm saying? But again, going back to people saying why Keith Lee should have won the belt. Again, this would have messed up the storyline with MJF because Samoa Joe has offered MJF help since he got the Jay White after him. He got Warlow after him. He got Samoa Joe himself after him. Everybody wants a piece of MJF. Now, let's talk about what he did after he beat Keith Lee on Wednesday. He vacated the Ring of Honor World TV title. He is the longest Ring of Honor World TV title. Now, my question to that is this something that Tony Khan now don't want to put Ring of Honor champions on his programming? Because I don't know, maybe he doesn't want to have people from Ring of Honor fans and AEW fans confused or new eyes on the said product. They'll be like, well, what's this ROH? What does this mean? Cause confusion. Because in reality, if you think about it, the Ring of Honor tag team belts are on TV most of the time because who are the ROH tag team champions? MJF and Adam Cole. But Adam Cole was hurt. So they say it could be also a work, but I think he's hurt and whatnot. He supposedly had he still comes out on TV supposedly through through the monitor, which gives me the clue that it could be Adam Cole because he come up to the monitor. What does the devil the guy in the devil mask does? He comes up to TV and the TV gets extorted after that it goes away. So my thing is you got MJF and Adam Cole, the Ring of Honor tag team champions. Now who are going to beat them for those belts? Is it going to be the Righteous, who now sometimes wrestles in Ring of Honor? But this whole point of Samoa Joe, getting back to what the title of this video is about, what does this mean to the promotion? You know what I'm saying? You know, the impact. What does it do? Because right now, if you think about it, I saw a podcast going off on Tony Khan and whatnot because he bought Ring of Honor because he didn't want WWE to get it, the library. He bought it, and he's saying what he has done in the last 2 years. Well, let's be realistic. If WWE would have got Ring of Honor, they would have only took for the library. They would have not taken it for you was not going to see ROH pay-per-views. You would not have seen those ROH titles. You would not see none of that because they would have been eliminated. It would have been happening the same thing that happened to Evolve. They bought Evolve. Evolve went out of business. They took the library. All to say you can't. I'm sure Evolve. You had the Young Bucks went in there, or as Kathy went through there. A lot of wrestlers went through Evolve. Now some of those footage cannot be shown because WWE owns the right to Evolve's library. So if Ring of Honor would have got bought by WWE, that's exactly what would have happened. You was not going to see no ROH pay-per-views. You was not going to see no ROH titles on guys like Samoa Joe, Athena, or MJF, Adam Cole. Those belts would have been gone. WWE would all they would have wanted it, and it would have been a plus for them, was for the library. Because this library has the first All In, all the matches of the Young Bucks, Briscoes, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, Roderick Strong, all those people that have been through Ring of Honor. At least Ring of Honor is still around, even though they don't have a TV channel yet. But if you want to pay $10 for Honor Club, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You can still see it. They still got pay-per-views because they have Tony Khan behind them. Yes, a lot of people are like, what he's been doing with them. You still getting shows on Thursday. You still getting pay-per-views for the Ring of Honor. So what is your complaint? Now, my question is, being that Samoa Joe dropped off that TV belt because nobody could have beat him. I mean, this guy, nobody could beat him. The only one that was probably close to beating him that could have gave him a run for his money would have been Keith Lee. And you saw what happened with that. And who's the other guy that oh my God, Shane Taylor. And Shane Taylor and Samoa Joe had a match. Shane Taylor looked horrible. That match was not great at all. Shane Taylor did not look like the Shane Taylor that you will see in Ring of Honor back in the days when he held the Ring of Honor TV champion. Nobody could beat Samoa Joe. He had it for like 579 days. The longest Ring of Honor TV champ. My thing was, I was surprised that he didn't go after Eddie Kingston in the Ring of Honor world title then. Eddie Kingston, he has the Ring of Honor world title. At the same time, that's getting exposed with New Japan Pro Wrestling because Eddie Kingston has the New Japan Strong title, which is the main title for New Japan Strong. He's the champion there, and he's a Ring of Honor world champion. So now with Samoa Joe dropping the belt, now that gives more opportunities to guys in the Ring of Honor roster who are trying to make a name for themselves to go after this belt. Even though Samoa Joe had it, it was like a graduation for it because now Samoa Joe moves up and figures, well, I've been coming at AEW for almost 2 years already. and I'm walking around with this Ring of Honor world title. Nobody has been able to beat me to it. He was a former TNT champion, I believe 2 times. I could be wrong. He was a former TNT champion. Why not? Why not give up the belt? I mean, I didn't see anybody beating him anyway. So what does it happen to what does this do to the Ring of Honor promotion? Not much, because I mean, you just lost the biggest top guy there, which is as the world champion. Not lost him, but he's no longer the champion. But this also gives the promotion an opportunity now to crown a new TV champion. That person comes out any of the Collision or the pay-per-views that AEW does, and I don't see a problem with it. I mean, the impact, it's kind of crazy because, I mean, Samoa Joe has been in Ring of Honor, or was it a Hall of Famer in Ring of Honor for years before he left to, TNA and to WWE and NXT and, now AEW. The guy's 23 years in the business. So I'm seeing no problem with that. But the impact on that, I mean, it doesn't hurt Ring of Honor at all. At all. I just think that they may not show the champions on Dynamite anymore. They may not do that. The thing is, again, the only negative part as far when it comes to Ring of Honor is that Tony Khan has to. I understand you're trying to push AEW to another level. Again, and like I said before, stop concentrating on WWE. That is why he has not done anything with Ring of Honor as far as get them a new TV deal or something. Because in reality, if you want, you could take out Rampage, because Rampage doesn't make good numbers anyway. It comes out at 10. And I'm sure that Ring of Honor doesn't do any better because they're not on TV. They're in Honor Club. And if you don't have Honor Club, you can see it. I mean, that's another means to watch it, but I'm not going to here tell you how to do it. No, to do that. Yeah, you want to support the promotion. You know what I'm saying? Paid. You know what I'm saying? But still, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? He needs to concentrate on, let me put this AEW situation, make sure that I give good content, good matches, good storyline AEW, and at the same time, let me work on getting Ring of Honor a TV deal with anybody. I mean, WWE just got CW and whatnot, and CW, and I didn't know this until, I remember CW was part of Channel 11 here in New York. It's still part of Channel 11. The only difference is it's WPIX over here, but it's under CW umbrella. So now NXT is going to be on Channel 11. There's no excuses for anybody not to watch it, because now Channel 11, if you don't have cable and whatnot, you can't afford cable, you got the regular channel, common channel that you could see it. So there you go. So how is it that WWE was able to get a deal with NXT and put them in one of the top 20 channels in the United States, but Tony Khan can't even get Ring of Honor in any of these channels? You know what I'm saying? Which just makes no sense. I mean, WWE made a slick deal because, they made a slick move the minute NWA messed that up with their stupid cocaine segment they did on their pay-per-view. They screwed that up. So they were done with that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't think anything it doesn't hurt the promotion for the Ring of Honor TV title being vacated by Samoa Joe, which makes it now that, you're going to see a tournament for this belt. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to win it? I don't know, because I don't really watch Ring of Honor like that. I don't know who they got there that they may win it, but you guys, excuse me, I got a little cold. So, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, because now Samoa Joe is focused on winning the AEW World Championship. You know what I'm saying? And he did a promo a couple of weeks about that, about being hungry. You know what I'm saying? And when he's hungry, he's going to get fed. So right now, he's still offering MJF a help from all the challenges that are coming everywhere. Who knows? Will he the one who will help MJF defeat Jay White at Full Gear next week? We'll see. It's all to be seen. So now let's jump on the NWA. Billy Corgan. As you guys know, as I just mentioned right now, Billy Corgan had a pay-per-view where he decided to do a segment where Father James Mitchell and other wrestlers were pretending, because I mean, it was just a pretend, that they were sniffing cocaine. Now, higher ups from CW saw this in the pay-per-view and were not too happy about that. Now, when this happened, this was all over last week on social media, dirt sheet and everything. Last week, or this week, they just passed, CW just announced that WWE and CW had come to an agreement that NXT will be in CW. Now, when that happened, I had to laugh. I had to laugh, not because CW, because at WWE put NXT in the channel. I laughed at NWA and Billy Corgan. Because I said, wasn't Billy Corgan the same guy who took a shot at AEW because he said, we don't take shots at WWE like others do to get pop? Well, guess what? You don't take shots at WWE because you claim that y'all got a good working relationship with WWE. Funny how you said that, but WWE just slipped into the deal that was supposed to be yours. But now, I don't blame WWE because WWE did a very smart business move and whatnot. And they went and did what they needed to do. Now they got NXT now and CW, which is probably going to be seen all over the place. Meanwhile, NWA right now is back with no channel. Now, it's funny because there was a couple of things that Billy Corgan said after this. He tried to make it look like there was, those were rumors, that's not true, that they lost the deal, or that they have more than one deal. Who are you lying to, bro? You're lying to yourself. Because then after that came out, his NWA World Champion EC3 was saying that Billy Corgan is not being seen as a leader in his locker room. So what that tells you, anybody likes to talk about the NWA, but let's be realistic. Billy Corgan is not a good owner, and it's not a good booker. I mean, he went along to it. It shows you how stupid this man is and how ignorant and doesn't know nothing about professional wrestling. Okay? Because at the end of the day, he had the nerve to say, I can't root for Nick Aldis because he left NWA with a dark cloud over his head. It's hard for him to cheer for him. I'm sure Nick Aldis says the same thing about you, but the funny thing is Nick Aldis right now is in a better position than you are. He's being seen on TV every week. Meanwhile, your whole promotion is not being seen at no TV but YouTube. He had the audacity to actually go and, say that about Nick Aldis. And the funny thing is, this man, he does not shut up. He goes to this little podcast to talk nonsense. No one cares, dude. No one cares. The fact that you did this cocaine bit in the segment of your pay-per-view, thinking that your higher was not watching, you was wrong. And like Eric Bishop said, what was the point? What was the purpose of you doing this segment? To get Father James Mitchell over? He has not been over in 20 years. Okay, when he was a business manager in TNA. So how is that helping him? How is that helping the NWA? How is that helping Billy Corgan? It goes to show you, stupidity is at all-time high everywhere. Let's jump from the New Japan Strong pay-per-view that happened last night, Lone Star Shootout. After Eddie Kingston defeated Kojima for the New Japan Strong title, Gabe Kidd, one of the members from Bullet Club War Dogs, attacked Eddie Kingston. This is the second time that this man has attacked someone or a champion. He did it to Will Ospreay not long ago, and he's scheduled to fight Will Ospreay now December 16, I believe. And Gabe Kidd and the War Dogs are just out of control all over New Japan. Okay. When it comes to the War Dog, Bullet Club War Dog, they run by David Finlay. This is what I'm saying. Like, the attack that they jumped somebody, I think, this week. As a matter of fact, it was the Acclaim. It looks like it's the Bullet Club War Dog because there's 4 of them, and the body size and everything. So, I mean, are we gonna see Bullet Club War Dog in New Japan Pro Wrestling? I mean, not New Japan Pro Wrestling, in AEW, coming in to go at it with Bullet Club Gold? This is what I've been saying. It may not be this year, but it may be the beginning of next year. The New Japan and AEW has been working very close and whatnot. So, we'll see about that. But it's very interesting. It's very interesting because I'm sitting around waiting for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, also real quick, I saw Dragon Lee wrestle Cedric Alexander. I haven't seen Cedric Alexander wrestle in a long time. And Cedric Alexander does not look like the Cedric Alexander that I'm used to. Him and Dragon Lee had a great match. I'm not going to lie, on SmackDown. Great match. But Cedric Alexander looked like he was winded. Like he was not on point. There was some moves that he did on Dragon Lee that I was like, there was a move that he kind of like, it was like a throw suplex and Dragon Lee landed on his neck. I don't know how he was able to finish the fight, but Dragon Lee in that ring last night looked at like the Dragon Lee I know that I follow in New Japan, Ring of Honor, and AEW. Great. Cedric Alexander still looks good. I still think they should use him more. But now with Triple H in charge, Cedric Alexander may get used more often than not. So we'll see. Right now, Crown Jewel was good. Like I said on my podcast this week on my audio podcast. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's on Apple, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, any audio platform you guys could listen to. And I also did the Power Struggle review. So Crown Jewel was pretty good. So, I would advise you to see it again. So, and if I'm correct, I think Asuka, I saw something. I saw that Kairi Sane is part of now Damage Control, and I think Asuka is part of it too. I might be wrong, but we'll see. But I got to check SmackDown because I only saw a little bit of it. I didn't watch the whole show, but I will bring that up this week on the audio podcast of the Chokeslam Wrestling Report and whatnot. So that is it for me today. It's a very short video. I just wanted to throw in and your thoughts on Samoa Joe vacating the Ring of Honor TV champion. Do you think is a big impact for the Ring of Honor promotion? Or this helps because now the belt is off him and now you got new people that could go after the belt, and now you could have one of the new guys that got on Ring of Honor TV and try to win the tournament, whatever they're gonna do with that. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me your thoughts and your feedback on that. So that is it for me today, guys. If you want to follow me on social media, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. Also follow me on TikTok, the Chokeslam. Check out the video clips I have there. Also, guys, check out the YouTube channel. Of course, I got tons of content in the YouTube channel. Check out all the stuff that you have not seen. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Hit that thumbs up. That will definitely help greatly. Also, check out my podcast store, which is the tcwr.veryinkpressive.com. That's tcwr.veryinkpressive.com. I got shirts, hats, hoodies. It's cold right now, so you jump on that and check it out and whatnot. And hit me up if you need to, or you can find me on the Crazy Taino 511 at yahoo.com. You can find it on my YouTube information. You can find my email there, and you can hit me up, and we could make some type of deal, whatever, and whatnot. We could do something. So, again, thank you for supporting the podcast. Check out the audio podcast too. Also, guys, the audio podcast available on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and any audio podcast platform that you guys like to listen to. I got my audio podcast. It drops every Thursday at 11 a.m. I got all the news and headlines for the wrestling during the week, so check that out. Until then, guys, be safe, and I'll definitely see you guys very soon. I'll see you next week with more the Chokeslam Wrestling Report.